Everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I am doing my bouldering regionals competition at the Reach Climbing Gym. So, enjoy! Okay, so you might find it weird me talking right now, but I'm going to try to commentate a couple of my climbs in this video and see how you like them. So, here we go. Climb number 1, we're climbing the blue ones. The gray volumes are on, so you use the start, which you have to match with both hands, and the gray volume, which you have to match with both feet. Matching is keeping both hands on the same hold. And I'm going out to this crimp, and then to the zone, and the zone is like halfway, so you get like half points. So you don't, it's not considered a top, but it's also not like nothing. So then there's a couple of crimps on the side of this volume that you can't see. I'm trying to use them. They're really bad though, so I can't end up using them. Okay, so I grabbed one of them and then I fall. Okay, so then here I'm redoing my beta. I'm rethinking it, and so let's see here. Still looking at it. So you have to match, and matching is putting both two body limbs on one hold. So to like make a start, some of them have two pieces of tape, so that's two different holds that you have to use. And then competition climbing is called a 4-point start, where you put 2 feet on the wall and 2 hands on the wall somewhere, and that counts as a start. And then the zone is like halfway, so it's worse than a top, but it's better than nothing. So it's kind of like if the zone was 1 point, a top is 0.5 of a point. So it's good to get it because you still get points if you can't top it. But I mean, it's not that good. And also it counts attempts. So attempts are whenever you fall off the wall, that's 1 attempt. So right now I'm at 2 attempts. But so every time that you get to the zone or the top and more attempts, they will minus 1/10 of your point, I think. So if a top is worth 25 points, which I think that's how they rate it, or they used to rate it, then you would get 24.9, and then it just keeps going down and down and down until until you made it to the top. And then it would stop at that number. So here, there's a crimp rail on the side of that volume that I'm trying to hold on to, and I just fell off again. So I'm looking at the time right now, and I don't quite remember how much time there was. I think it was like 1 minute and 30. So here we go, getting warmed up. Well, not warmed up, getting ready to try again. Let's see here. You can't see me right now. I'm like behind a person. I'm not the guy moving my arms in a chair. Okay, here we go. Try number 2. It's a bummer that it's so black and you can't see me very well. I'll have to rethink of that. So here we go. Ooh, am I gonna stick the zone this time? No. So that's 4 attempts, but I got the zone first try, so that was pretty good. I think I try it 1 or 2 more times and then time runs out. Here you go, chalking up. So chalk removes all the sweat from your hands so that you don't slip off the holds. Okay, here we go, another attempt. Out to the crimp, match, out to the zone. Okay, here we go. Oh, tried to match the zone, but that didn't work. Okay, so I am out of time, but it was a pretty good try. Here we go, second climb. So we're doing the yellow one. This one is super hard. It's super crimpy, super overhanging. So yeah, let's see how I do. I'm looking at the beta. The beta is like thinking how you will move through the climb. So here we go, attempt number 1. We pull onto the starting crimps, read the beta again. Okay, now we're gonna actually try. We hop on, one foot on the lower foothold, which that plan didn't go well. And then I decided to try to put a heel on the volume. That didn't work. So one thing is that these footholds are super bad. So they're like sloping, and when it's sloping, it's like how most footholds are like flat, so that you can just like put your foot on it. This one is like, is it past 90 degrees? So like if you put it on a wall, the end of it is closer to the wall than at flat. So like if a ledge is right off the wall, it would be the bottom is closer to the wall. I don't know. But they're really, really hard to put on an overhanging. And then a heel hook is where you take your heel and you put it like, you hook your heel on something. So normally it's on like a hold. So I can't get these feet on very well. And this climb there's a low zone, which is hard to see, but it's orange tape that is like the first piece of orange tape that you can see. That's called the low zone. Oh, look, I started. Oh, and then I fell.
Good job, people.
And then the next one is called the actual zone. I don't know why they have 2 different zones, but that's the upper one on the last volume, or not the last volume, the second to last volume. And volumes are like the big gray things. I forgot to mention that. Some people call them boxes. Yeah. And then the top is at the very top. It's the last hold. So yeah, here we go. 3rd or 4th attempt, I pop off again. So yeah, getting that hold on the volume is really hard. It's not that far away, but it's a very desperate move, which is really describes this climb. So yeah. Nobody tops this one, just saying. At the end of the competition, nobody tops it. So it's really hard. So let's go with, I can normally climb a V4, which is their grading system for climbing. This is probably like a V7, which is 3 grades harder than what I normally do, so you can see the problem. So I have 4 minutes to climb one of the climbs, and I can fall off as many times as I want. So yeah. I just can't get the start of it, so yeah, I did not do very good on this one. Still staring at it. It doesn't help. It's always gonna be bigger than you. Okay, here we go. Another try. Can't. There we go. We're gonna try to start, and nope. So yeah, time is about up, I think, and we're not gonna be so successful on this climb, but you know, we gave it a try. So yeah, that was climb number 2. We got another 2 attempts in, I think. Not that good, but gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. So yep.
Good try, bud. Good try.
Okay, here we go. 3rd climb, male UC number 3. So there's 4 climbs, and this is the second to last one. We're doing yellow, so the big gray holds, that's like the majority of the climb, so you could call it the gray climb, I guess, but technically it's the yellow climb. So here you go, 3-point start, so I need 3 limbs touching that big gray volume, which is pretty hard. And then there's that other gray volume that I have to touch too, so it's kind of an awkward start, as you can see, but I'm getting it, and yeah. kind of a bouncy climb. The wall isn't actually perfectly straight up and down. It's actually tilted overhanging, so like it's really hard to stand up without like leaning back at all, which is not easy. So some people would call this slab climbing, which a slab is like a wall straight up and down or less, so the wall could be tipping backwards. So that's what they call a slab, and a slab is more like technical, so you don't use much strength. You just use like your body and like your weight, and you like shift weight over your feet and funky things. So yeah, that's kind of what you would call one of these, and you can't ever see it, but I'm getting to the low zone about every time, and the move after that to the hold underneath the other volume, it's called a jug, which a jug is a really, really good hold that's easy to hold on to. And you have to dyno to it, which a dyno is you jumping and all four limbs are off of the wall. So you're like flying in the air for a split second or two to grab that hold. So yeah. Look at the time again. Keep looking at the climb, looking for new betas, but I stick with this one for about the whole time. So yeah, it's very like you have to like press up here and like almost hand-foot match on one of the volumes, and then crouch over and then stand up. Now this is the hard part, because like standing up without your body tipping away backwards is kind of hard. So I touch the low zone every time, just to make sure another fall.
Keep working it. You're good.
So that low zone hold is like really bad. Yeah, like you can't hold it. I bet nobody can hold it. So here we go, another start. I think I gave this one like 6 attempts in total or something. We're on attempt like 3. So yeah, tell me if you like this editing idea with me talking over it. But here we go. We're standing up, leaning over. I'm trying to like pull on the low zone a little bit to like match my feet on that big gray volume. There, I almost had it. And then I move my feet over to that other volume with the little yellow dots on it to use as my feet. Yeah, that's pretty tricky. And that's where I have fallen off, I believe, every part on this climb. So here we go, another try. I was actually the first climber out in this one. Yeah. So nobody else had tried this climb before me. So then they also have a judge which watches you, so yep. This was the 3rd boulder. I got the low zone on it. Yep.
Good try, bud.
Goodbye. For now. So for this last one, it's very boring, so I'm not going to do any audio for it, so enjoy me failing.